My dear respected brothers, respected sisters, respected scholars, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a great honor to be here today for the birth anniversary of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and I've been given 5 or 10 minutes to be here today in front of you all, and I think I've just spent 2 minutes saying the salawat. But today I really want to speak about a couple of points. Now when it comes to Imam Ali alayhi salam, there is so many things to talk about, but given such a short time, I'm going to fire 3 quick points at you. And today I want to focus on number 1, Muslim identity, number 2, knowledge, and number 3, I want to talk about trials and going through this journey of life and the trials that we face. Now, Muslim identity, what is Muslim identity? If someone had to say, what is Muslim identity, which we all have, what would you say? Someone shout an answer out.
Hijab.
Hijab, that's a lovely one. Is that a little girl that said that? That's a beautiful answer, thank you. Anyone else? Yep. To know who you are. Beautiful. I think I'll have one more before I move on. One more answer. What is Muslim identity?
Tawheed.
Submission?
Tawheed.
Sorry?
Tawheed.
I can't. Tawheed. Well, yeah, very well. All these answers are very beautiful, and this is what really joins us all together under the umbrella of Muslim identity. Now, each and every one of us is going through this journey of life. Each and every one of us will have a journey in life. Our journey will look very different. Our trials will look very different. Our blessings will look very different. All of us will go through this journey of life. But what unites us all is this Muslim identity. Now, Muslim identity is not just a label, saying that we have this Muslim identity. Muslim identity is a way of life. It's everything that encompasses who we are. Now, all these answers are very beautiful, and that is what shapes our Muslim identity. Now, in this world is constantly changing, as we all know. The morals are constantly changing. What is right, what is wrong, values are constantly changing. So the question is, what governs our morals, what governs our values? And we go back to the Muslim identity, because the world will constantly change, but the values and morals are set by Islam, are set by Allah, will never change. Now, going to the Muslim identity, when we look at someone, as the hadith says, that be a example, be a call to Islam without your tongues. Meaning that when someone looks at you, you are the call of truth. When someone looks at you, you are truth. You embody truth. You embody morals. You embody what Islam is, what a Muslim is, what a Muslim is. And I'm not just talking about the physical appearance of a Muslim identity, but your morals, the way you treat others, the way you behave. This all is a Muslim identity. Now, Imam Ali alayhi salam, he was the embodiment of that. It wasn't just merely words. He had knowledge, but he was knowledge. He had morals, but he was morals. He was the definition of morals. He talked about women's rights, but he treated the woman in his family with respect. He treated the woman in society with respect. Imam Ali alayhi salam encompasses exactly what we need to have and the characteristics and the attributes which make a beautiful Muslim. And now moving on to knowledge. Knowledge is the most powerful tool that we have, and something that we really do underestimate. When you are knowledgeable, you are powerful. Now, many times in my line of work, sisters come up to me, sisters that have been in abusive relationships, sisters that have been abused, that have gone through a very difficult life, and say, how do I empower myself? And the number one thing I say is knowledge. When you are powerful, when you are knowledgeable, you are powerful. Knowledge is the most powerful tool, but unfortunately, in our society today, it seems that they are dumbing us down, especially with the rise of social media and the rise of TikTok and Instagram, where people are spending hours on their phones just scrolling. I've seen people hours in the same spot, on the same sofa, just scrolling on their phones, wasting time. It's dumbing us down. Any brain cells that we have left is dying out. And I think in this day and age, more than so than ever, especially what is happening in the world around us and in the political world and all around us, and especially raising children in this climate, it's very, very important that we have this knowledge and we are able to pass this knowledge on to our children, because the Muslim identity as a whole is a legacy that has been sent down through the generations from the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until today. And it is our responsibility to continue on this knowledge through us and through our children, that the knowledge and the line and the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam continues on through the generations to come. Now, Imam Ali alayhi salam, he was the gateway to knowledge. As the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Ana Madinatul Ilm wa Aliyum Babuha, I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gate. And Ali is the door. So if you want to go through knowledge, go through the gate. And we're all here today gathered for the birth anniversary of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And it's so beautiful as we've, just walking through the door, I just visualize just walking through a gate of knowledge and coming here, sitting, listening to the talks and gaining that knowledge. And subhanAllah, Imam Ali alayhi salam is the one that has gathered us all here today. And we're here to gain knowledge, to hear the speakers. And it's such a beautiful example of how when you follow the path of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, how dignified, how powerful you truly become. And with the Muslim identity, we must say, and I always say this, when we walk out, we must be proud of our hijab. When we walk out, we must be proud of our prayers. When we walk out, we must be proud to be the followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we walk out, we must be proud to be the followers of Imam Ali alayhi salam. When we walk out, we must be proud to be the slaves of Allah. And this is a very, very powerful, we underestimate the powerful legacy that has been left behind, and how truly a man and a woman can really, truly rise in society, can be powerful in society by following the foundations and the fundamental key elements that Islam has provided us with. Now going on, and I have a few minutes left, they just put their hand up, so I will be wrapping up. I just want to speak about one thing, and that is the trials and tribulations that we all go through. Many of us go through personal trials. Many of us go through trials as we see happening around the world, and it's very devastating. My brother married a Lebanese, and all her family, they live in the Junub. All their family was displaced. It was such a difficult time for us all. And I think during these trials and tribulations, we must remember the trials and tribulations that the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam went through. We will go through personal trials. And I always say this through my talks. 2019, 2020, 2021 was the worst years of my entire life. I went through trials that I cannot even explain or cannot even say on the mic. First of all, my dad was diagnosed with a terminal illness. My dad passed away. My sister was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I went through so many other difficulties, and I don't want to mention them all, but it was such a difficult time. And the only thing that really got us through that time, and I remember my father on his deathbed, and he said, hold on to the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. That is what's going to get you by all these trials that we're facing. The Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam went through so much worse. And we're here to honor Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam was attacked day after day after day, attacked in his leadership, attacked in his private life, attacked. And until today, he is attacked. I always say this, one of the most viral videos I have on my TikTok received about 1.2 million with thousands of views. It was just me talking about Imam Ali alayhi salam, just talking about him. And that is when it went viral, and people attacking and people defending. And it shows us that Imam Ali alayhi salam is such a strong personality. But with our trials, and it's okay to go through trials, because we cannot go through the journey of life without going through trials and tribulations and difficulties. That is a part of life. We will all face difficulties, and that is the beauty of life as well. And inshallah, on the Day of Judgment, we will see the blossoms of our patience and our perseverance. And when you go down, you will rise up even stronger. And I will end off with one thing, and that is what my father told me, Allah yarhamah, when he was alive. He said he said to me that I will perish one day and I'll be gone. You will perish one day and you'll be gone. Everyone in front of you will perish one day and will be gone. The house that you live in will perish. The car that you drive will perish. The clothes that you're wearing will perish. Everything will be gone except the oneness of Allah. And he said that if you ever want validation, don't seek validation from anyone except Allah. And do not try to please anyone except if it pleases Allah. And that is the motto that the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam lived by. That is the motto that I live by, and that is the motto that we should all live by. Because at the end of the day, To God we belong, and to God we shall return. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to the other speeches. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sallu ala.